Happiness at work. We can measure it as job satisfaction or work satisfaction. And also just, how do you feel rolling into the office or opening up Zoom? One of the things we do know from research, which is pretty handy, I think, is the fact that our behaviors can actually precede our emotions. A lot of the time we think we have to feel like doing something, but if we actually make ourselves do it, then our emotions follow. So taking small steps towards something, even though you don't feel like it, after a moment might actually improve your feelings. Especially now when we are in Zoom times, putting on your shoes, even if you don't want to go for a walk, opening the front door, stepping outside, those small actions will help you feel better and hopefully increase your satisfaction and your contentment. So the focus here on this quick little video is for us to be proactive for our own job satisfaction. So what can we do to increase job satisfaction? I think, the worst strategy is to wait for somebody to hand it to us. And the best strategy is to find proactive ways to increase it ourselves, because we do have a lot of power over our lives. So with that, let's get started. The first thing to do if we are looking for a job is to get accurate information about the job and the company. It's amazing that we accept job offers without talking to a lot of people, really. We might do more research looking into what kind of sneakers we want to get or dishwashers than we do actually the job and the company we're going to go work for. Are they a good fit for you? Is their job person fit? Is their person organization fit, right? And that's this right here. Good fit for you in terms of the job as well as the company impacts. So the more information we can get, the better of a fit we will find. And of course, you find out other things too. What is expected from you? How do people communicate with each other? And all those things, when you learn them, will help you be more successful at work. Leverage your big 5 traits, right? We keep talking about big 5. So if you don't know what they are, that's a useful exercise. The big 5 traits are conscientiousness, openness to experience, agreeableness, neuroticism, sometimes we call that emotional stability, and also those traits are better or worse fits, and also I should say extroversion, are better or worse fits for certain jobs. If you are high in neuroticism, meaning low emotional stability, being in jobs that require a lot of interaction with other humans is very draining. So that might not be a good fit for you. If you're high on conscientiousness, you might want a job that's more challenging and that requires you to learn quite a bit. If you're extroverted, maybe a sales job, or maybe if you're introverted, more of a coding job. So try to leverage your big 5 traits as much as you can. Develop good relationships at work. I'll make that number 4 instead here. Develop good relationships at work. Make friends. Find a mentor. Having somebody that's considered a friend at work is super important. Gallup does a Q12 engagement survey once a year. And one of those 12 questions asks about whether or not you have a friend at work. We spend so much time at work that we want to make sure that we can enjoy it with some friendships, right? Keeping it professional. Being proactive in managing our organizational life. Do you know when the deadlines are? How do you manage your time? Do you know what is expected from you? Finding that structure, the communication channels, how your manager wants things done, those things will help you feel better and be happier. So find out those expectations and how you can deliver to those. Pay is important. We all work to get paid, obviously, but it's so much more than that. Maybe not sacrifice your happiness for a few more extra dollars. We know from research that the job itself matters more than pay when it comes to job satisfaction, right? So if we're looking at job satisfaction only here, then pay is less important than the actual job you're doing because you spend so many hours every week doing it. And then if it's not the right fit for you, know when to leave. You look at the options that you have available to you beyond this job and you explore those options. And if you really have a bad fit with the current job and the current organization, then we exit. So key takeaways here is that we have influence over our own happiness and satisfaction and contentment at work, right? Pay attention to the job. Is it a good fit for us? Pay attention to the organization. Make friends. Figure out how you can contribute to the organization. What do they require from you? What is your role? How do you get feedback? So focus on the things that you have control over and less on the things that you can't control, like gossiping or coworkers, right? Although to some extent, we can manage our interaction with that, we just can't control them. So if you're interested, here are 3 questions that you can answer for your personal development, right? So the first question is, that always seems to happen when I go to grab the pens. Not always, sometimes, right? The extent to which you think that you can increase your own happiness, and what have you done in the past to do that? And what can we learn from the negative people that we work with? Well, first of all, how do you know that they're negative? What in their behaviors show you that? So if we see people with negative behaviors, we might also want to think about how not to do that. So other people think that we are negative. And then, why do you think that is? What makes them focus on the negative side of life? And from this chapter, which is chapter 3 for our HROB101 class, what can you do to increase your effectiveness when you deal with people that haven't taken this chapter and is not focusing on being proactive? Okay. This wraps it for chapter 3, and I'll see you for chapter 4.